Hello, everybody. It's Dave Neal, stand-up comic and host of Bachelor Nation News, and we have a lot of content to get to today. It is hump day. The barrel scraping season is over. Charity has begun her quest for love, but a lot of drama. You can never predict where it's going to come from. Thomas responds to all of the hype out there after Becca Kufrin talked about wishing there was a better exit plan for her after 3 long years as host of the Bachelor Happy Hour podcast. I'm going to play what Thomas said. Yes, this is our third video on this topic, and let me tell you, if you think it's over, I don't know if it is. I don't know where we're going to go next, but we for sure have to hear what Thomas has to say, because I got to tell you right now, obviously Thomas was an early villain. We don't blame Katie Thurston. She got bad intel from the guys on her season that were saying, oh, Thomas is here for the wrong reasons. She saw a tall, good-looking man and thought, oh, he must be an F-boy. Turns out he's about to be a dad. Seems like a really good guy from all sort of angles we've looked at him. He didn't get his ego, into the mix when it came to becoming the villain. He just let his character shine through. It did that on Bachelor in Paradise, and now he's got a baby brewing. So we're going to get into the story right now. Follow me on Instagram at DNeals. I'll have my stand-up show updates. I've got end of August, Seattle coming up, and other shows, possibly Phoenix working on, and of course San Diego, July 2nd and July 13th. So if you want to catch me in San Diego, I'll be there. Hey, this weekend for Katie Thurston's show, go to her Instagram for tickets. Okay, and also every day I've got the patreon.com/Dave Neal for behind the scenes bonus content, and Bachelor Rush Hour, the hit podcast. Every afternoon, the hit podcast. All of your news, not just Bachelor entertainment as well, in one place, so check that out. Before I play what Thomas said, I did want to give you this. This is content I am giving to the Patreon. It already exists up there. I took my wife on a quick spin in our new Tesla. This is our first time driving the new car. As you know by now, I bought the Tesla in part for my stand-up business getting around town, but also because of Drive with Dave, a new series I'm doing where I'm interviewing people in my car. Double pane windows, quiet electric engine. I mean, it's perfect for an interview. Here is me putting on the throttle and my wife getting to feel the Tesla's energy for the first time.
I don't want to.
Oh, this is a perfect street. Are you ready? Are you ready? Ready for this? Anyway, we were safe. We were going the speed limit. It was just we accelerated very quickly into the speed limit, but the braking's on point. So anyway, if you want to go check out that full video of our time, I told the Starbucks, we went and got a Starbucks, and I was like, hey, it's my new Tesla. I just bought it 2 miles ago. And she was like, cool. Anyway, no one cares. But that's where I'm at over there. So yesterday, we made this video. Breaking news update, laid off while pregnant. Now, that was a question mark. Was she laid off? Claire and Emma said, so they just laid Becca Kufrin off while she's pregnant? Is that the vibe here? Pretty gross. Look, now Thomas says, okay, she didn't get laid off, but the way that she exited was not exactly good ethical business. So we're going to get to that, but let's just, again, real quick, play what Becca said so we can refresh ourselves. Here it is.
Happy Hour. It's obviously been a while since there's been any recordings or since I've even talked about it. It's just time for some different things, but I will forever be so grateful and thankful for all of the fans and listeners out there. I mean, I worked on Happy Hour for 3+ years through COVID, through some crazy life transitions and big moves and touring. It got me through all of that, and I couldn't have done it without all of you incredible listeners. So thank you for tuning in and standing by me and for all of the support throughout the past couple of years. I mean, so it's the world.
So she says it means the world. She begins possibly breaking down there, sharing emotion because, she brought Bachelor Happy Hour to Bachelor in Paradise. She did it as a single woman. She did it as an engaged woman. And she's shared so much of Becca Kufrin's adult life has been given to the show. The Bachelor is like the Truman Show in the sense that, they know what they're signing up for, unlike Truman. What an ethical disaster that would be. Great movie, by the way. Break free, Truman, you can do it. But either way, she's given so much of who she is to the show, getting absolutely rejected by Ari, and then getting engaged to the other dude, old Garrett, and then that not working out, and trying to just work through the fan base, and then finding love, going on Bachelor in Paradise and saying, you know what, F it, who cares? I'm bringing my dogs, I'm bringing my podcast, and I'm going to hang out in this palapa and eat cupcakes. And then, of course, Thomas was like, I will serve you cupcakes. And then it became a happily ever after. At least that's where we are today, right? So very good for them. But Thomas responded. Again, I'm going to get to his most recent response, but first, here's what he had to say.
We have a new parent, baby.
So he talks about the fact that Charity's season he probably won't watch because he's got this new baby course that he's in, but then he further adds his disgruntledness, is that a word, with The Bachelor.
Without saying too much, I'm not exactly thrilled with some of the decisions and directions that have been going on behind the scenes over the last several months, so I probably will not be tuning in. And then at the same time, I've actually only watched Bachelor in Paradise. So
he says because of the things he saw behind the scenes, he probably won't be tuning in. And that was like the kindest way for him to do it. Well, after, these other videos came out where people were really upset and saying, hey, what the hell went down here? Why? I mean, of all people in Bachelor Nation to protect, it should be Becca Kufrin. She has quickly, I don't know if I would say she's on the, I'd have to look at how many hours logged. I don't know if she's on the Mount Rushmore, but she's damn near close, and they're etching her into the stone right now as far as how long she's been on the show. Bachelor, Bachelorette, Bachelor in Paradise, state-run podcast, Bachelor Happy Hour. So she's been at it a long time. Just a quick reminder to everybody out there, your employer is not your friend. They don't care about you. They're psychopathic. They're just on to the next thing. Now, a good employer should have given Becca the chance to say goodbye to her audience. It's an RSS feed, which essentially means it's a website. She could just release an audio version right from her iPhone. Hey, guys, it's been so great working with you for 3 years. I'm on to different things. I want you guys to follow me on Instagram, blah, blah, blah. But there will be some people that go, why haven't we heard from her in 2 or 3 months? And it's just not the proper send-off. I mean, when you retire from sports, they give you that last speech, the last lecture. Did you ever watch that YouTube video? It became a best-selling book, The Last Lecture by Randy Pausch. It's about a professor with terminal illness, and he gets to give one last speech, and it's a fantastic speech. You can just Google it, look it up on YouTube, or get the book. Either way, I'm not trying to claim that Becca's 3 years on Bachelor Happy Hour it relates to someone who was a tenured professor for 30 years, but there's no reason why it couldn't have been a more seamless transition. And here is what Thomas had to say. Let's play his full Instagram story.
A lot of crazy online chatter that has made it to my DMs. So let me clarify real quick.
By the way, he's in his electric vehicle, and the audio is so good.
There was a business decision that was made. That's a decision I don't even disagree with. What I have a problem with, what I am frustrated in, and what I am distancing myself from is there's a right way and there's a wrong way to do things. Over the last 3 months, I have witnessed an absolute masterclass in how you should not implement change, how you should not roll out new strategies, and how you absolutely should not treat people. This is in no way meant to be a distraction or take away from anything that Charity's doing. We want her to have an incredible experience as Bachelorette. We want her to thrive in life. This is no way a complaint in who's hosting a podcast. Serena was born for this role, and I hope her and Joe crush it. This is looking at negligence in the face and deciding, I don't want anything to do with it. Simple as that.
Calls it negligence. And you got to listen to Thomas here because he's not somebody who's full of drama. This is like the most you're ever going to get from Thomas with regards to, speaking truth to power here. You're not going to get him yelling or whatever. He uses his words. So if we go to Bachelor Happy Hour here, let's just see if they've received any hit from it. So there's people saying no recent. So look, they don't even have any recent reviews. I mean, the audience just doesn't care about this podcast. If you go to the Bachelor Happy Hour page here, you're going to notice they released their new intro yesterday. At first, we had a big announcement coming soon, and no one knew who it was going to be. Their previous post was from 12 weeks ago. Can you believe that? 12 whole weeks. Boy, wouldn't it be nice? Wouldn't it be nice if I didn't have to release content for 12 weeks? The audacity of these corporate podcasts that they can just do whatever they want. They can operate on a loss. They can write it off. There is no soul. There is no passion. There is no real creativity happening over there. So they take 12 weeks off. I didn't take 12 hours off on my wedding week. Come on, guys. I mean, I wish I could have, but I don't want to lose you. Anyway, so that's the story. That's where we're at. No word from Becca Kufrin, although if I did have to look into the sort of, if I did have to look at Becca Kufrin here, let's go here, you will notice that it was sent to me yesterday that Becca followed me after our story. So it does make you wonder. Let's see who she's following here. Let's see if, oh, there it is, folks. There it is. So does that mean, okay, that means we need the X-Files music here because whenever we ask a rhetorical question we don't have the answer to, does Becca Kufrin endorse Bachelor Nation News' take on the scandal rocking the news? Okay, get the point here. All right, anyway, so go to patreon.com/Dave Neal if you want to go watch that video or just support the channel. It really helps out. It helps us buy new equipment. I got all this new equipment for my next Driving with Dave episode. This Friday, I've got Tammy, and it's a fantastic conversation. Trust me, you're going to love what she has to say. Next week, Dr. Diane Strakowski, and who knows, maybe after that we'll have Thomas. Who knows? Maybe Thomas will join the channel. But you're going to need to go to the Dave Neal Show. That's where that'll be. There's a link in the comment section. Make sure you're subscribed to get all the Driving with Daves. It will be, I mean, it is, we are shocked and surprised at how many supportive folks have come over to that channel. It's thriving. It's our first week with all of our Driving with Dave content over there. And I think you guys are going to like what's going on. All right, we'll be back. I've got Katie Thurston following Blake Moynes. Plus, I called Katie and confronted her about why she followed Blake, so I'm going to play that audio for you. That video is up next, and then also Sean Booth and Caitlin Bristow, what Sean has to say about Caitlin. It's an interesting one, a lot to talk about. We'll see you in a bit.